to talk about a few different topics, but the first one we're going to talk about is the Sheep River Park Run.
We are.
Yes, and you and I, we go way back. We won't go into all the details, but we certainly go back. I don't know, like it could be even like 2006, somewhere in there. Oh no, I would have met you in like 2000, 2002, somewhere in there.
I think that's closer to it. A long time
Start
ago.
starting to date myself there. Holy cow, that's crazy. So, but and then, well, I wasn't living in Okotoks at that time, but you were, and you've lived in Okotoks for a while.
Yeah, I've been in Okotoks for, I think, close to 30 years.
30 years. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it
Yeah. So
is.
you've seen a few changes with this town.
I have seen so many. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, from a couple of traffic lights until where we are now. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know, like the traffic. Obviously, a lot of people talk about the traffic and how crazy it is, but I guess it's the place that people want to be in. It still is that way, right? In fact, I heard a stat the other day about Calgary. Calgary is adding 275 people a day to Calgary.
Wow.
Yeah, and in the like so that's in a year, that's like the equivalent of a city the size of Red Deer every year to Calgary.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, no doubt that's one of the reasons why so many people want to be moving here, but we're still struggling with housing here and not growing as fast. And for now, I'm certainly okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works well.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sharon, I've been following you on Instagram for years, but you are the director for the Sheep River Park Run.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, and you've held that title for a year.
I have, yeah. It's a volunteer role that I love to do. Yeah.
Right. And that is an event that I have not made it out to. I've thought about it and I've like, threatened to come out a few times, but I still have never made it out. Now, we're recording this just before the monsoon's supposed to hit. So I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be this Saturday that I'm coming. I'm
And
a
then
fair
you
weather.
fair weather runner.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah.
out there. We went all winter last year,
Did you really?
so we
Every single
did.
every single Saturday.
We did not cancel a single Saturday this past year.
Really? So
Yeah.
what okay, so the numbers on a really good day, how many people are running?
So right now we're seeing some of our highest numbers and we're having between 50 and 55 people come out.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And then your lowest, I imagine some of those January Saturday mornings that are minus 30 might be a little less than that.
Just a little. It's surprising though how many crazy runners there are in this town.
Runners are a different breed.
Mhm.
For sure. Like they certainly are. They're upset. I've never, again, like I'm a fair weather runner and I'm embarrassed if I come out because I'll probably run like Phoebe off of Friends a little bit. I'm a little bit all over the map. But can you tell us a little bit like how did the Sheep River Park run get started? Not even here, I guess not even here because it's a bigger entity than just
Mm.
what's happening in the Sheep River.
Absolutely. Yes. Parkrun is an international organization. The first park run happened over 20 years ago at a park called Bushy Park in England. And since then, they have spread all over the world. You can find park runs in Australia and South Africa, Canada, you name it. Like, check it out and see if there's park run there when you go. Um, yeah, and so Sheep River Park Run started on the 9th of September 2023, and it
Okay.
was started by a family from England. David Alexander and his daughter Molly got it going here. They also started the one in Medicine Hat.
Okay.
And yeah, we've been going strong since then.
Yeah, and what's driving the park run? Like, is it a charity thing or is it just something that people want to do just to get together to create community?
Yeah, so the idea of park run is, yeah, to create a community that is safe and inclusive and encouraging for all people and all abilities to come out and do something together on a Saturday morning. While Parkrun International itself is a charity, Parkrun is free for everyone forever. And yeah, so there's never an expectation of a donation or um, bringing anything on a Saturday morning. It is just show up and get your run in.
Right. And do you have something that kind of tracks people's time as well?
Yeah, so Parkrun is super cool actually. They have some really great technology. With our team of volunteers, so it's entirely volunteer run. I'll throw that out there right away.
Yeah.
I have an amazing group of regular volunteers, but we take, anyone can volunteer at a park run. It's so simple. And they have this great system set up where we use people register for their own personal barcode. And when we start the race, there's a timekeeper who times it. When people cross the finish line, they receive a little token with a barcode on it. And then we have another volunteer who's a barcode scanner, and they scan the personal barcode and this little token that you get given.
Okay.
And then later, about an hour after park run, you'll get an email with your time and if you did a personal best and all of that, those kind of things.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And now, do you have to sign up online before so that you can register, get your own barcode?
Yeah, it's recommended to sign up before you come down and get
Okay.
your own barcode. And what I have done, and lots of us do, is I've just taken a screenshot of my barcode, and I keep it on my phone with me for when I come down
Yeah.
to run.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. No, yeah, I did. Well, yeah, that's very cool. I am. I do have good intentions of making it. I do.
Oh, I'm gonna get you
And
down there. Don't you
yeah,
worry.
yeah, for sure. No, that will be great. But yeah, it's not going to be this Saturday. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm just not there yet. So you get about 55 people. I imagine you have good community. And did you also say that you can bring your dogs as well? You can bring your
Yeah, we are a very welcoming group of people. So bring your four-legged friends, and it's kid friendly as well. The park run guidelines are that we would recommend one dog per participant on a short-handed leash, just to
right.
keep it safe for everybody.
Yes.
And if you're bringing kids under the age of 12, that you're kind of within arm's reach of them. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's kind of everyone come on down. I used to run with my little one in a stroller, and
Yeah.
so now she volunteers with me every week, and we love it. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. And
mhm.
where do you meet?
So we meet Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. and we
Okay.
meet down at the picnic shelter in Sheep River Park,
Okay.
and that's where we meet year round.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then usually it's good to get there about 15 minutes early, and whoever is the run director that week will give a quick briefing, make sure that if there's any hazards on the path that people are aware of what's going on, and also let you know where we go for coffee afterwards, because
Right.
that's an important part of park run too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hopefully this Saturday, and I know it's certainly going to be a little bit wet and rainy down there, but I'm sure like what? Okay, scenario for you.
Yes.
Uh, the Sheep River Park Run lands on Christmas Day,
Okay, so Sheep River Park Run lands on Christmas Day. If we can get the volunteers, we'd go for it.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every country is allowed to host two special event park runs.
Yeah.
And so we actually have one of our special events coming up on Canada Day.
Okay.
So no matter what day of the week that is, we will host an extra park run. And
Yeah.
same with New Year's Day.
Okay. So you'll do a run on New Year's Day, same time, like 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Whew.
Same time, same place.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's a few people that might have a headache or two showing up New Year's Day at 9 a.m. But that's awesome.
Good way to shake it off and get a jump start on that New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and the technology. Well, that's sounds like a great event, and you've been the event director for 1 year. And how many volunteers do you figure you have?
Oh my goodness. I should have looked at the number beforehand, but every week we have between 6 and 8 volunteers, and I want to say we probably have about 20 people who have thrown their name in the volunteer pool at some
Really?
point and
Yeah.
step up pretty regularly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, that's it's things like that. It's people like you that and I've shared this before on my podcast, but it's the I think this is my 11th episode that we've released, but the more and more that I do this, the more pride I have in being from Okotoks because there's so many great people. There's so many great volunteers. There's so many great organizations. Like I feel like I could run a podcast for 5 years of just all the organizations and great people in this town. And
Yeah.
that's, you have your high profile people, but then you have other people that are just committed to um, the community. Like the other day, unfortunately, like I had to go to the hospice to visit
Mm.
a friend there, and just the people, the volunteers that are there, and just how great and what a backbone volunteers like you, Sharon, and the volunteers that help out with something like this really make this community such a awesome place to live.
Yeah, it's so true. It is, yeah. And then when you come out to something like that and just see how welcoming and encouraging people are, yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Oh, one cool thing I'll just say about parkrun is that we get parkrun tourists as well. So there are people who will travel and look for parkruns to
okay,
participate in and kind of
yeah.
collect to see how many. And we do get lots of feedback that people love our event and love being in Okotoks. And
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome. Where's
yeah.
where are some of the people from, like, that are coming that are parkrun tourists?
Almost every week we have some people from the UK and Australia.
Really?
And yeah, it's like, yeah, almost every week. And then we've had people from South Africa. We've had people from New Zealand. Um, trying to think of some of the others, but yeah, it's really, really neat. All
Yeah,
across Canada, we've had people from.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
very cool. That's
yeah.
awesome.
And
Like,
can I say,
yes, go ahead, sorry, I
I
cut
was
you
just gonna
off.
say, can I make sure I say one thing about parkrun? Just when you're talking about coming out, park run is like for everyone and it's called park run, but we love a park walk too. And so if you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't run 5K yet, no worries. Like there is one of our volunteers' job is to be last.
Okay.
So you are
Yeah,
never gonna finish last at a park run.
yeah.
There's gonna be someone who there's no time limit on it. Like when it's -30, we might say
Sure, you
like,
might speed it up a little
like
bit. You're
if you
right.
can't do it under an hour,
Yeah,
like but
yeah,
like when it's these gorgeous days, like there's no time limit if you want to come out and walk, run, or walk or jog, whatever speed you're comfortable going. Park run is not a race. It
yeah.
is a way to come out and enjoy community.
Yeah, no, and I've in the past I've done some not full marathons but half marathons. It nearly killed me because, of course, I didn't train for them properly. But just the community, even in those running together with people, the people that push you, and then on the marathons you have people cheering you on, and even other runners cheering you on as well. And it is truly a great community. Yeah. So, no, thanks for doing that. Hey, can we shift gears a little bit because I do follow you on Facebook
Mhm.
and sorry, but more so Instagram. I'm seeing more stuff on Instagram than Facebook, but we won't get into that. Um, Hiking. Like, I am like Clark Griswold. Like, when he's packing up with the family, we're going to do this and it's going to be awesome. And we're going to, go cut down our own tree, or we're going to, I've done that with my family. Like, oh, I see all these people out in the mountains. They're skating on a lake that has no snow. So we go out there and there's open water, and we don't. And then I'm like, okay, guys, we're gonna go out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go snowshoeing, and we go to a place, and once we get there, there's no snow. I just it seems like every time I strike out. So we've done some hikes. Same thing, right? They're okay, but we're just either I'm not prepared enough or kind of get lost on the but I'm wondering if you can point out because you love to hike.
Mhm.
Like, can you tell us like a few areas that are close by or even in Canmore, Banff that you would recommend for people from Okotoks to go try with their families just to get the love of hiking?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hiking with your family is it's so rewarding, but it does take a lot of extra work. So, yeah, well, I we try and do we have one little one. She's almost 6, and she's really getting into it now. So there's a couple years where it is really hard, and it's hard to
Mhm.
get out there. And I think for those ones, uh, don't kind of overestimate or, kind of push yourself to too big of a goal on those ones. So
Right.
sometimes picking something that's a kilometer or two is plenty and you can see some really good stuff. But yeah, some of my favorite places around here, a really like entry level one that still has some like remarkable views for payoff would be there's like a interpretive loop out at Sandy McNabb.
Okay.
So we often hit that one up. I think it's only about a kilometer or 2 long,
Yes.
and, yeah, that's a really good, like, entry level one. Um, but yeah, some of our places favorite places to go around here is out at, Brown Lowry Park.
Okay.
It's a Kananaskis, like, park, so you need to have a park pass for it, but it's not too far. It's about 35 minutes from Okotoks.
Okay.
And they have like a variety of different loops, so you can kind of choose your adventure. It's a really small little provincial park, but yeah, you can choose your adventure, choose something long or short. And I think like some of my tips for hiking, like with your family, is we'll do things with our kiddo like, okay, let's count how many bridges we're going to go over, and you go find the next bridge, and just kind of turn it into a game a little bit so
Right.
that they don't lose their boredom. And my secret tip is something we like to call power ups, and it's basically candy. So
Yeah. Yeah. That would.
yeah.
Yeah. That get me motivated too, for
So we
sure.
we stop for a lot of power ups along the way, but yeah, Brown Lowry is fantastic. And another spot that's really close, um, is right on Highway 22X, is the Ann and Sandy Cross Conservation Area.
Hmm.
So it does cost $10 to park a car there for the day, and there's no dogs allowed in that one.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful area, again, with like lots of different options for distance and ability, and all those kind of pieces. So, yeah, those are Brown Lowry and Ann and Sandy Cross, I think, often get missed from people's radars because we like look towards like the Sheep River Valley or
Yes.
whatever. But those are some really great spots close by.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Is there any hike that you'd recommend that has a real like okay, it might be a little bit longer, maybe a little bit more challenging, but there's a really good reward, like a waterfall at the end or a beautiful lake?
That those ones would be a little bit further away, probably. There's a in Canmore, there's a family-friendly one that leads to a little secret waterfall right through the trails in town. So if you haven't really explored the trails that are right in town in Canmore, kind of up by oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the name of that lake at the up towards the Nordic Center. There's so many trails in that area, and there is a little secret waterfall that you can find,
You're
right
not gonna
around
tell us
there.
where it is, you gotta find it by yourself,
It's
is that what
called
you're
it's
saying?
called the secret waterfall,
So
yeah.
you can't give it away. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's right in that
Yeah,
area, right, on the way to the Nordic Center.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
and I think another one that we love that's harder, but is definitely got some great views is, probably, like, Fullerton Loop, like, that area, and then you can come down afterwards and head over to Allenville and have a paddle in the river and a barbecue and all those pieces, so
yeah, yeah, that's
mhm.
awesome. No, that's
Mhm.
cool. I certainly want to give it another shot. We did back in the day, do you know what? This is really strange, and please don't judge me for saying this, but there are things that we did during COVID that we just don't have time to do now. Because during COVID, yeah, we packed up, we took a lunch, and we went out to the mountains, and we went on bike ride. Like, it was the little things that were so huge, right? Like, hey guys, do you want to go for a walk? And it'd be like, yeah, let's go. It'd be something that we'd get out of the house, we'd do it together, and life was just simple. Yeah, all the other stuff was no good, but it was just so simple at those moments. And that's when we did try our few hikes, and I had a few hike fails, but we were still out. We still had a great time. Probably hit a few places that we maybe shouldn't have. What are some things? What are some very basic things that you would recommend a family that's wanting to go on a hike that they have, in their backpack?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I would recommend in this area having bear spray and
For
knowing how to
sure.
use it. And there's places that you can go that will like teach you how to use bear spray properly as well. So I would recommend that. A change of clothes if you can have like light color, like lightweight clothing with you, because
Hmm.
kids sometimes end up in streams and puddles and all that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
So definitely would recommend that. And then I think like for us, it's like the snacks are key and lots of water or like electrolytes when in the hot weather as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
yeah.
for sure. No, certainly. Well, thanks for your recommendations. I'm certainly going to,
Yeah.
hopefully, with your advice, not Clark Griswold it anymore and just bomb. But yeah, what are some things like you said you've lived in Okotoks for 30 years? What
Hmm.
when you think of Okotoks, like what are things you like about it?
Oh my gosh. That's a tough question. I love the community here. Like like we said at the start, it's growing, but like it doesn't feel huge yet. I love going to the grocery store and running into
Yes.
everyone that I know, and I love,
Yeah.
like, my daughter had soccer tonight, and I love that, the half the kids in her class were were there playing soccer too,
Yeah.
and so I just love that, like, real community spirit that's here. When you show up at the parade or light up Okotoks or one of the a million things that our town offers, like, that the whole town is there, right?
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, we certainly experience that. Almost anywhere you go, you're going to run into somebody that you know. But the dogs games, my kids love going to the dogs games. I like going to the dogs games. We're always running in. If there's a few times that I go with my kids, and all of a sudden realize I'm sitting by myself because they're off with friends and they're hanging out. But it's such a we're such a safe community.
Yes.
Um, and you do let your kids kind of, especially when they get a little bit older, when they can kind of take off, they can be at friends place, they can be biking up and down. And it is certainly yeah, we were first originally looking at living in Calgary when we were looking, but then we were looking in Auburn Bay. And we then came here, and I don't think we picked the first house we saw, but we knew right away that this is where we wanted to live,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
special. And then, like, when you talk about it, like being like a runner or a walker or something, like there is the pathways in this community are amazing. And then they've got kind of the single track now down by the river for running or biking on. Like yeah, like we're very fortunate here
Yeah.
for
Have you
all the
noticed
resources.
have you noticed a little bit of a change though on the pathways? I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I've noticed a little bit of a difference on the pathways. There's some people that are still so friendly. I always try to say hi to everybody I pass, like,
Hmm.
just kind of wave and say hi or whatever. Um, but I feel that there's some people. Sometimes I say hi to people and they're like almost like shocked or
Yeah.
like afraid or like what's going on? Like that was weird, and or they don't even say anything. I'm
Yeah.
like, am I not saying it loud enough? Like, what is it? But yeah, like I think that is something that I would like to try to keep that.
Yes.
like where there's people that are friendly, you're walking past people, you can say hi, I think it's so important. And yeah, like a few weeks ago we had the mayor on there, and it is also the community that you find where you're living as well, right? And
Mhm.
so many people, uh, like in Calgary, like I was living there and I didn't get to know any of my neighbors, right? Because they look down, they don't want to make eye contact, they're afraid. But it's sometimes just those little things, the hi, and then being there for people when they need help, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, like, I know we lucked out with amazing neighbors, and it's kinda like, tonight, the neighbor's kid was in having supper, and, like,
yeah,
you're just
yeah,
like, "I love that." Yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, it's awesome, and it's
yeah,
certainly not everywhere. So we're
yeah.
really fortunate, and the smallness is certainly a mentality, right?
Mhm.
But something what you're doing with the Sheep River Park Run is huge, right? Because you're building that
Mhm.
community. More people are meeting new people, and being a part of other people's lives in something specific that they all enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, what you're doing, your volunteer, your service to this community is, like we said earlier, is what makes Okotoks so great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's such a privilege to be able to, yeah, give back to the community. Like, I really appreciate that opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I I think I'm probably available this Saturday, but I'm not gonna be there. I'm
Okay,
I'm
and
not,
then
yeah, but the next one, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look
well,
because we might be going away, but, I promise,
you have to
Sharon,
come.
I promise, the next Saturday that I have a time slot of 9 o'clock till what? So it could take me 3, 4 hours to run 5 kilometers.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Our
So
fastest ever person was done in 17 minutes.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but, for some people, I think, sometimes our walkers out there for, like, an hour and 15, so we got a lot of space in between there.
Yes, jeepers.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, okay, just tell me where the loop is. What loop do you do?
So it's not an exact loop, but so we start at the, picnic shelter, kind of on the
Yes.
path beside that, and then we head, down towards the disc golf course,
Yes. Yeah.
and then you will go around, that the little hill that zigzags up?
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
go up
That
that
could I could never
hill.
do on my bike.
No, right.
Mhm.
And then, circle down over both of the bridges,
Okay.
and then we go on and out and back, on the heritage pathway, so
Okay.
down behind, like, the old Cameron Crossing School. I forget what it is now, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's great. No, I promise. The
Okay,
next
so the
available.
28th, that's not on either. I'll just throw that out there right now. There's the Grassroots Backyard Ultra is happening that weekend, so we're gonna be
Oh,
volunteering and cheering and participating in that.
well, sorry, I'm out of the loop. What's the Grassroots Ultra?
Grassroots Backyard Ultra.
Backyard Ultra.
So a backyard ultra is like a specific type of race where the participants run a 6.7-kilometer loop every hour on the hour. And basically, one person outlasts everybody else, and everyone else DNFs.
And, like, I remember that. I just didn't know that's what it's called. And, so, like, how long does that go for?
I think the longest one in Okotoks, I think, has been over 30 hours.
Oh
The
my gosh.
longest one, like,
Oof,
globally, was days and days and days.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, there's something that I'm not gonna do either. I'm not gonna not yet. I gotta do some training.
There you
I
go.
got I gotta get some 5Ks in, and then
Yeah.
we'll go from there. So, Sharon, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and, thank you for your service to this community.
Thanks for having me on and letting me share the park run and hiking love.
Right on. Hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Carlin.
Thanks, Sharon.
Okay.